On Sunday, the 26th of June 1932, the Eucharistic Congress was held in Dublin. It commemorated the 1500th anniversary of the arrival of St. Patrick in Ireland. On that day, over 1 million people from all over the country gathered in the Phoenix Park in Dublin for Mass. This was the most important religious event to take place in Ireland up to that time. To commemorate this event here in Fawn, Father Michael O'Mullen, the parish priest, decided to organise the building of a monument to remind the people of Fawn of the Eucharistic Congress. So, under the craftsmanship of Jimmy McGrory, the men of Fawn gathered large stones collected from the top of the hill to build the base on which the cross would stand. Sand and cement were brought up by hand from the manure stone. The shape of the cross was cut out in the ground near where the cross would stand, and the mould was then filled with concrete and reinforcement. As the mixture was setting, white flintstones were embedded in the cement to form the inscription Congress 1932. As no machinery could be brought up the hill, a hoist had to be made to lift the cross 8 feet high into the air in order to set it on its base. All in all, it took a month to complete the building of the cross. Decorations were added later, representations of a chalice, a host and a small font. And at a later date too, an inscription was added at the rear of the cross. It reads, "Erected by the men of Fawn, blessed by M. O'Mullen." A seat was erected at the side of the cross. It became commonly known as the wishing chair. The cross was built in such a way that it faces the Blessed Sacrament in the parish church in the valley below. It was the following year, 1933, that Father O'Mullen led the first pilgrimage to the cross, in what was to become an annual pilgrimage during the remainder of his lifetime. There was an estimated crowd of 2,000 people at this first pilgrimage, coming from the Fawn area, from Inishowen in general, and from Derry. The ceremony on that occasion consisted of prayers and a sermon from a visiting priest, Father Conway from Derry. After all this, the pilgrimage made its way down the hill with banners and flags to the parish church for benediction, and the church wasn't big enough to hold the crowd. After Father O'Mullen's death, no further Mass was celebrated on the hill until the Golden Jubilee of the Cross. This was marked on Sunday the 15th of August 1982. Again, a very large crowd climbed the hill to the cross to attend Mass, which was concelebrated by Father O'Brien, the parish priest, Father Doherty, Father Keaveney, Father O'Reilly and a visiting priest. 25 years later, on the 26th of August 2007, we had the most recent pilgrimage, held to mark the 75th anniversary of the erection of the cross. Approximately 500 people climbed the hill on that pleasant sunny day. This pilgrimage began with a decade of the Rosary near the manure stone at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Further decades were recited beside the large white crosses at various points on the way up to the top of the hill. Around 4 o'clock on the summit, with spectacular scenery on all sides, the people gathered beside the Eucharistic cross for Mass, which was celebrated by Father Neil Mc Goldrick, parish priest, and Father Michael Porter, curate. Now we can look forward to the centenary of the cross in the year 2032. The parish of Fawn is rightly proud of this cross, and indeed of the many historical monuments and sites in the parish as a whole. Indeed, we take inspiration from the rich tradition of the past, exemplified by this cross, and in faith we face the future together with confidence and Christian hope.